I don't know if all this is going to fit on the one video I originally told you about because I'm taking way too much time on it. But, okay, this one is little embellishments, metal ephemera, sequins. Now, if you guys don't do, this is Boost. I think I told you one other time. I don't remember now. My parents drink a lot of Boost. So I wash all the bottles out and dry them, and I bring them upstairs, and I've been using them. I love these. Eventually I thought, because this is a good solid lid, that I would get my husband to screw this into the top of a board, the bottom of the board, and then be able to just kind of screw these in and out, take them down and do what I need with it, and then put it back up. I don't know, because I'm not in my regular craft room. What is going to be my regular craft room back at my house again, but that's the initial thought. But anyway, so I've got sequins in here. I don't use them enough to keep them separated out, but if I just sprinkle them out on a sheet of paper, I can pretty much just, shoot out what I want, and then put the rest back in here, just like you do with, just fold the paper up and let it slide back in, just like you do with your embossing powder or glitter or whatever. So, and I've got rhinestones. I've got one of these for these tiny ones, because some of these are really teeny tiny, like 1/8 of an inch in diameter, and up to, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch in here, and then I've got the larger ones in another one. I show you in here. I've got some letters, but then extra letters, and how cute is that? And buttons. I've got my buttons in colors. So I've got all my buttons. I can lay it on the side here, and I can flip this around. I can see everything pretty much that's in here, and I'll know if there's something in here I want to use. Okay, but like here's, this was Reese spread, but peanut butter, anything that's in these plastic jars. But these were large buttons that I couldn't get into those, so I used the Reese spread. Because it's got such a wide mouth, but the peanut butter jars, the smaller ones, whatever it is that you guys can kind of go through, or even the larger size ones, like nuts. I think I've got one right here. Let me grab it real quick without banging the camera. Oh, this was a rice blend, but this would work for anything, so just look around your house at the things that you can do. You can totally paint these. There's at Walmart for next to nothing, couple bucks, you can get paint that paints plastic, and you can paint your lids. You can get Gooby Gone and get the paper off of them, paper off of this, get it all cleaned up, and have a really cute. I used to put all my ribbons in here, and if you looked on some of my past craft room tours, I have some of these that are a little larger than this, but I put all my scrap ribbon, and I had them on the bottom of a shelf, and you would just unscrew it and go and use whatever ribbon and then screw it back in, and I had them color coded, and it was really cute. So that's that. Now these are obviously store-bought, and I keep things in here that I really don't want to have to mingle through. I use them more. So like here's all my beads. Not all my beads, but my larger beads. And I use them with hanging off the ends of my journals and things like that. Hanging on the ends of the bookmark. I always try and have one that's going to be a bookmark that I can put through the book, that's going to dangle down the bottom so that you can find your place real easily. Here's all the different letters that I have. I have some of my Scrabble letters in here, but for the most part, A through Z, and then some numbers here in this corner is some numbers, and then there's like left overflows down here, and the ands and the ampersands and hashtags and things like that are in there as well. But these are all different kinds. Like I've got a J on a Brad. I've got a J on a bottle cap. I've got a metal J. I've got little beads that are J's. So, you know, all different kinds. I got a clear plastic J. So that is what I have in this one. Again, not something that you would really want to have to flip through and through and through until you found an O. That would be totally unrealistic. Now these I am just in the starting because I have emptied, because I had rhinestones, I had them color coded, and I had them in these things. I had my buttons color coded and in these things. I had I really did have one of these was full of all of these sequins, and they were pretty much rainbow color coded. And I mixed all, I put all those away because I didn't want to go out and buy more of these. I had plenty. But I wanted things that I could put my different metal pieces. Now this is a brooch, but look how beautiful that is. I mean, it's gorgeous. It's very dimensional. The color in it is really pretty. I don't think you can really see it because you're not, I'm so far away from my light source. But I wanted something that was going to be, like, this is all flowers. These are some big flowers that I have. Cute. But anyway, so this one's all flowers. This is what I was doing with all of them. Let me just pick this up. And they're so full that I can hardly even dig through them without dumping them into, you know, one of the other compartments. And I'd like for them to not be getting scratched up and messed up, because some of these things are kind of a little more delicate than others. And so I'm wanting to get these more organized and set up so that it's going to be a lot easier for me to find what I'm looking for. Again, there's no rhyme or reason to what I have in here. And I've got gorgeous things. I mean, look how pretty she is. I've got gorgeous stuff in here, and I want to be able to use them and find them easily. So that's my next thing, is getting this kind of stuff organized. But if you have these, like, I think I got these at Joann's. I think they said Walmart had them. I love them because they've got, it's the one that has these little channels in them, and they absolutely come down over these plastic pieces, so there's no overspill. So if you do keep your seed beads in here or anything like that, these don't allow overspill, where the other ones do. And so that's why I love these so much. Even though most of the stuff I keep in them is larger, I just think it's worth it, because if I go to change, I'm going to want one that's going to be able to do anything for me. So that's why if I'm putting the money in them, I'm going to get these. And I just would use a coupon and go every week. When they weren't on sale, go every week and grab one. So that's what I did for, I think I have, let's see, there's 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8 of them. So I got a lot of stuff. Okay, so that's it on embellishments and just the like. I've got, well, wait a minute. I'll show you one other thing over here. I've got a few more kinds. Oh! Are you feeling a little cockly-eyed there? Sorry. I got one of these at a garage sale, and now I'm doing some sewing right now with some of my beading, so that they're missing, because I actually do have all of the different sides. And then this has got some beads in the top, but this is all my seed beads. And when I find seed beads of, they're all different mixed colors in here, but they're still all the small glass seed beads. But I mix them. If it's a light blue, it goes into this section here that's light blue. So that's that. I do have some of these smaller ones that I've just through the years have owned, and I have all of my wood pieces. Don't have a lot of wood pieces, but what I do have, I have all right in here, so I can find them. This was another old one, or maybe I even got this at a garage sale, but I have all of my pins in here. I even have my specialty needles, but I have some solid nickel big pins, and when I do some things that I want to stick in the flower and put some beads on, this is usually what I go for. But I've got some pearl bits, I've got safety pins, I've got the Tim Holtz pins. So I've got the little tiny ones down in here. I've got T-clip pins. So I've got all of those in there. And then this is the last kind. I love these that sit inside each other, and you can hook the next one on and hook the next one on. And you know, I've just got some glass pieces and jewelry type things in here. But any of these will work. You just have to figure out the space you have to put them in, and you know, do you mind it all being in one big grouping? Do you like them to be split up? If you don't have a size for this long one, then get the shorter ones and do stuff with it. This one has the little trays that come out, so you can actually have this entire space if you have long items. Sometimes that's going to work better for people than these, because these are set. You don't get any larger than what it is, and it's maybe a 1 by 2 or 1.5 by 2.5, something like that. So anyway, that's how I do my seed beads and my beads and my embellishments of all metal and glass and whatnots. So I hope you get something out of this one. I'll see you guys later. Bye.